What's good, y'all? It's your boy Third Degree, and we're back with more Ratchet news. Well, some of it's ratchet, some of it's not, but let's still get into it. Well, it's Valentine's Day, and your boy has wasted no time in being petty and just being just completely weird. On the White House page for Instagram, he writes, "Roses are red, violets are blue. Come here illegally, and we'll deport you." Your boy is wilding. He is really, really wilding. But speaking on that note, Trump administration begins deporting African migrants to Panama under new agreement. I told you this is going to kind of affect people that look like us, right? But, I got called, whatever. Moving on. Oh, farmers were promised millions in USDA funding. Trump froze it. Great job. Also, Trump administration orders HUD to cut 50% of workforce targeting civil rights and the disaster recovery offices. This is about to get really, really interesting, y'all. Let's get into some other stuff. Your boy Drizzy Drake is back. He speaks on rap beef and 21 Savage, Melissa Ford on new project. It was blah. Yeah, I think he needs to come harder, but moving on. Not quite certain. Linda McMahon, who is the wife of Vince McMahon, says that schools teaching Black history might be defunded. Crazy, right? Moving on. Black neighborhood shuts down neo-Nazi protests near Cincinnati, forcing group to flee in a U-Haul truck. You know what? Some of those might be some of my family members. And I can tell you one thing about being related to me in my blood, we do not play that. You know what I mean? Shout out to my peoples out there in Cincinnati and Covington. If you are out there, I salute you. We are here now, we move. Moving on. 29-year-old entrepreneur aims to make history by turning Spirit Airlines into the first Black-owned airline. And then he's going to turn around and then call it Soul Plane. No, I hope he seriously succeeds. Moving on. Making America healthy again. RFK Jr. confirmed by Senate as America's health secretary. What in the entire funk? This boy is about as dumb as a stack of bricks, but hey, moving on. Big Meech Legacy Welcome Back concert was canceled. I don't know if it's due to 50 Cent or not, but 50 says, and he quotes, "I had nothing to do with this. Please stop calling my phone. I sincerely hope you have a nice day today. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm stronger than you think I am." He's petty. Moving on. Video shows Taco Bell security guards slapping a woman in downtown LA Katina. I don't know what the circumstances were, whether she was, she had past problems there before, whatever, but there was no need for this dude to slap her the way that he did. And I hope that he gets fired and it was uncalled for and unjustly. So, hey, we will keep you posted on this. Moving on. Tim's becomes the first African-born woman to own an MLS club. I think it's some team out in San Diego. I know our very own DY3 Quez is not going to be too happy about this one because she's born in Africa and she's over here owning an American sports team. Foundation. I'm being messy and petty. He know I love him, man. Moving on. Teenager who got his teacher pregnant when he was 13 claims he was the one who instigated the relationship and is calling for her charges to be dropped. Yeah, he's calling for the charges to be dropped so he can go back to doing what he was doing with her. You know what I mean? Weird and sick. Moving on. Oh, shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles who beat the Kansas City Chiefs. They mollywopped them, you know what I'm saying? And it created a whole Facebook frenzy. And on top of that, Philadelphia Eagles dominate Kansas City Chiefs 42-22 in the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts was named MVP. That was dope. That was finally dope. He got his just due. And then speaking of, our very own Kendrick Lamar performed at the halftime show. And I'm telling you, man, it created a whole bunch of talk. And I want to know, what do you guys think of it? We will talk about it here on this show. Moving on. Real quick. When Kendrick said, hey, he did that look into the camera. Say Drake. Yeah, that Michael Jackson look, right? Moving on. Kodak Black's bizarre video, eating chicken in the middle of the road sparks concern. Yeah, I would be concerned about him too. He's already a weirdo, but I think the drugs may be frying his brain. But I'm praying for him. Moving on. Suge Knight, shout out to the Art of Dialogue. He's been doing a great job. He got an exclusive interview with Suge Knight. And Suge Knight claims Tupac punched Snoop Dogg in the face after claiming Notorious B.I.G. and Diddy were his friends. Snoop's going to have to respond to this. We need some clarity. We need to hear his side of the story because there's too many stories going on about Snoop and Pac. And we need to know. Moving on. Beyonce shares photos from Kelly Rowland's 44th birthday celebrations. Shout out to Destiny's Child. Hope they get together, put out another album. Moving on. A singer, Jodeci singer KC hospitalized with pneumonia, cancels weekend shows, praying for him. Speaking of Tupac, though, 29-year anniversary for All Eyes on Me, classic album, one of my favorites, you know what I'm saying? So, which was actually yesterday. So, hey, I'm gonna be bumping Pac this weekend. Moving on. Another one of my favorite groups, Outkast, nominated for 2025 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, well deserved. A Quemini favorite album of all time, along with Machiavelli and Thriller. But moving on. A rapper Dank D. Moss says she doesn't see herself as overweight. Quote, when I walk into the gym, I feel like I'm fit, end quote. You know, as she should. That's the confidence that she needs to have when you walk into that gym. You know what I mean? And if that's what she needs and that's what it takes, then I salute, you know, on that health tip. You know what I mean? Just the lift stuff was just kind of just excessive and extreme. But that's just me. Moving on. Issa Rae and Shonda Rhimes pull out from Kennedy Center events as Trump is appointed chairman. Salute to those sisters. Stand on business. Moving on. Well, last but not least, this is actually one of the topics for tonight, but we won't spend too much time on it. We're just going to weigh in and give our thoughts. But comedian T.K. Kirkland says it's a mental illness for a man to raise another man's child compared to trans people. Yeah, we will play the clip and we'll get into it, but I don't agree with that. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it right now. That's it. That's all I got. I'm Third Degree, and that's been your Ratchet News. Let's get into it. Enjoy the show. Peace.